In this video, we're going to look at logarithms. This is the first video of the series. So, what are logs? Let's warm up first by seeing how well you work with indices. You should be able to do these questions without a calculator. Give yourself 2 minutes and see how many you can get done. Hopefully these are the answers that you got and you understand where they come from. This is a great exercise that can help with spotting patterns, and it develops into how we can think about logs. See if you can figure out some of these answers. So a logarithm is an inverse function. So let's look at what we mean by inverses. So if the function was 3x, so x times 3, our inverse would be dividing by 3. And when we apply an inverse, it brings us back to where we started. So 4 times by 3 gives us 12. If we do the inverse, we're dividing by 3 and it brings us back to 4. This is the same. The inverse of adding is subtracting. The inverse of squaring is square rooting. The inverse of raising to the power 5, do you know what that is? The fifth root. Very important that 5 is small, remember, otherwise it looks like 5 times root x rather than the fifth root of x. And here we have 3 to the power of x. The inverse of that is the log. So log to the base 3 of x is how we say this. And it is the inverse function of raising to the power. So an exponential function, this is an exponential function, the inverse of that is the log function. You'll notice that the base of the index is the same as the base of the log. So, if we want to evaluate a log, what we're doing is we're undoing the inverse. So this is saying that 5 to the power of x equals 25, so x must equal 2. So log to the base 5 of 25 equals 2. What power do I raise 5 to get 25? You try this one. So we're saying, what power do I raise 5 to get 125? So this is one of those things that we should know. Always make sure you're writing out your answer completely. With that knowledge, try these questions. Here are the answers. And the notes that you should write for this. So, the log to the base b of a equals x is the same as saying b to the power of what is a, where x is our what. So b to the power of what is a, which means b to the power of x equals a, log to the base b of a equals x. Exponential form and logarithmic form. So writing this as a log statement Remember, the base of the index is the same as the base of the log statement. And the power is what we're trying to find, so equals. Your turn, try this one. There we go. Remember, the base becomes our base. The base, and you try this one. The base becomes our base. And you can see that these statements are true. Some multiple choice now. There we go. So, thank you for watching.